Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good Sunday morning. All right. Wendy says she's going to imitate me sometime and come on and go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I get fired up. Shoot the thrills in my head this morning. I don't know. Maybe they won't play this because I said shoot the thrill. But yeah, I got to figure out a way to play some music. It gets me fired up to be down here banging around on a Sunday morning at 8:00. Yeah, it's getting warm. I got my College Town siding sweatshirt on, but my North Star Bailey. I couldn't read it backwards. I couldn't remember. I always want to say F.O. Bailey, but it's North Star Bailey. Bill Gustafson gave me this. So, guys got any swag you want to send my way, I'll always wear it. Well, unless it says something bad on it. But good morning, everyone. Sunday morning. Now we're into the full-blown cold. It's good stuff. Love it. Took a week to really, Bubba, let's go, baby. Took a week to get after it here. I might have to lose this thing. It's getting warm. I'm not working out like Bubba, but this thing is a little too much, this Carhartt. So how you guys doing this morning? All right. Throw it in the chat. How we doing? I thought that might be a little bit much this morning, but figured I'd try it. It was kind of snuggly. Bubba's at the gym. Yeah, we know that. Always at the gym. Bubba's doing he's got a 9 going. Wendy says good morning. Yeah, I can always count on you guys. So yeah, might have to blow the nose a couple times. That'll be good on a live. But tell me how your day was yesterday. How you setting up? An 8 today. Well, an 8 today is good, Wendy. We'll take it. Getting teed up one more day. We've been counting down the days, almost like one of those little Christmas things, to the hip surgery. So kind of a big deal around here tomorrow with that getting going and them wheeling her away from me for a bit, and then hopefully they bring her back in one piece. I know they will. So Mother is coming in with us for moral support, hang out, make sure I don't screw anything up with the recovery. But so got to be in there about 5:30, and then hopefully with any luck at all, we'll be back here around 3 and get her comfortable and get the recovery going so we can do hiking and do the things that we want to do this summer. So guys, if you got something going on, take care of it, right? They can do a lot today, so there's no need to be miserable. Catherine is here. How are you doing, Catherine? Speaking of Wendy and her best friend. Coffee number 3 going this morning. Got the IV drip rocking. Yeah. Whoo. 72 in the sleep school. This is what 72 looks like. Watch out. I'll come for you. 72 in the sleep school. You don't want to see me at over 80. Shit gets crazy. Yeah. How you doing, Matt Moore? Woo. Yeah, Catherine. Let's rock and roll. Got to get some music going in here. Anyway, I digress. Let me get my notes up here because I have a terrible memory. So, in thinking about how to keep this fresh, outpatient. And Catherine's going to come over sometime, I think, and offer a little moral support too. Ben Sinclair is on here. Ben's just finishing up his new house. Saw that picture today. Ben, you guys have been on a long road, so good for you. That's got to feel pretty good for you. So, I want to continue to come with something fresh, inspiring, things that kind of keep your attention a little bit, give you something to think about when you're driving down the road later today, whatever. And this is a good one. Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you haven't read this, you need to. Here's Lisa Petrocelli. I'm going to go with Petrocelli. You Italians can go with Petrocelli. I'm going to go with Petrocelli. There, I said it. Atomic Habits, James Clear. If you haven't read this book, I'm going to spend the next few days giving you some little tidbits from it. So call it the Cliff's Notes, call it the Reader's Digest version, whatever. Kind of like Bob doing some cover tunes here, right? And just kind of showing you guys what's out there. Ronaldo, how are you? Good to see you. But one of the biggest concepts in this book is the power of 1% improvement. 1%. When I first heard that, I'm like, oh, great, 365% in a day, in a year, right? Wait, do the math there, okay? 36, call it 37%, right? In 1 year. If you just get 1% better every day. James Clear says small habits don't add up, they compound, right? A little bit better every day. I should have worn my 1% better t-shirt today. The tiny shift, guys, has the potential to change everything over time. Just 1%. Think about it. Why does it matter? It might seem insignificant, but compounded over a year, like I said, by the end, you're 37 times better than when you started. Think about that for a minute. 37 times better. I'm like, wow, 37 times better in a lot of areas for me would be great. I'd be living life large, right? On the flip side, what if you let things slip by 1% each day? You'll end up near zero, right? You're going to have that extra treat. You're going to skip the run. You're not going to do the CEUs. You're not going to reach out to that person that hasn't heard from you in a while and just generally not do the things, right? If you guys are commenting, pop in there. If you're just jumping on, pop in there. How you doing today on a scale of 1 to 10? Yeah. On a Sunday. Bunch of football on today, right? I don't really watch much, especially since the Pats aren't around, but we did watch a little bit last weekend, and there was some good games. Wendy likes to watch that way. They pan past Taylor Swift and all that, you know. She goes crazy when Kelsey gets a touchdown. So anyway, let's talk about the math of the compounding a little bit here, guys. Compounding isn't just about money, right? You hear compounding most used in compound interest, right? But it applies to habits and skills and even relationships, even how you are in your relationships. Imagine if you practiced a skill for just 10 minutes daily. My guitar is sitting right at the edge of the kitchen. I should pick it up every single day, but I don't. I need to. Because over a year, that's like 60 hours. Remember that for those of you that are employees that punch in and go in the bathroom for 10 minutes, 5 days a week. That's a week off a year. Lisa, headed for my ocean dip. Solid 8. I made bagels and now I'm going to jump in the ocean. Good for you, Lisa. There are rumors of a polar plunge brewing for our event, the day after our event. So Bubba's heading that up. So you'll be joining us, I assume. So that's great. And by the way, speaking of our event, Lisa bought a whole table. Bubba, I think, is looking at buying a whole table. So who else out there wants to buy a whole table? I'll make it worth your while. We'll give you a discount, get you and 7 of your closest friends or cohorts, colleagues, co-workers, employees, friends, whatever, workout partners. Let's get a table and come together and level up. So, yeah, baby. Think about the contractor, guys. If you guys are contractors, think about the guy or girl that's improving their client or communication, their client communication, client base, follow-up strategy. Think of how that could dramatically increase business over a year. And I've said this to some people recently. I think Matt's on here. And Matt, I know he won't mind me saying this, trying to find subs, right? I said to Matt, what if you put like just a whole hour into that today? There's a whole hour. You get it out to the groups. You talk to the people. You call all your other subs and see who's got what going on, right? Lift up everybody. Super high focus for 1 hour. What would happen? Maybe nothing. But I bet you'd be in a different spot than you are right now. And he's doing that kind of stuff. And he's willing to do it. Why small wins build big confidence, right? We're stacking the wins. Small successes give you the momentum, guys. Each small improvement builds confidence, right? And reinforces your identity as someone who's improving daily. You know, if you struggle to exercise, commit to 1 push-up or a 5-minute walk daily. You know, the act of showing up just starts to shift how you see yourself. See yourself from, say, inactive to someone who takes care of their health, right? Bubba's at the gym. Yeah, Ben, that's right. It is. It's hard. It's hard today. But the way I look at it, is everybody's figuring it out. Somebody's figuring it out. Why can't I, right? So, yeah. And just as good habits compound positively, if we're neglectful, the bad habits compound negatively. Letting small things slide. Well, I was a little bit off my diet plan here on Thursday and Friday. Frig it. I'll just let the wheels come off the buggy for the weekend, and we'll get back going Monday, right? There's always a new Monday, right? Don't skip that stuff, guys. Start today with your follow-ups in business. Follow up today. Do your marketing today. Shoot that video today and post it today. Why wait? Speaking of great social media, Bubba's turned it up a bunch lately. He does a great job with that. Matt Moore does a great job with his social media. Willowbrook Builders in New Hampshire. Check him out. And think about somebody that might have ignored a seemingly small habit or task and how it snowballed into a bigger issue, right? We're on jobs, guys, where something a little bit goes wrong and then the homeowner starts to digging, right? Now we're battling with everything. Yeah. Have you ever heard of one of the things James? We're talking about stuff with James Clear, guys. Okay, Atomic Habits. I want to make sure you know that this isn't my original material, but I do love it, and it's where I get a lot of my shtick, if you will. He talks about the plateau of latent potential, and he says one of the challenges of small improvements is that the results aren't immediate. James Clear calls the plateau of latent potential. Calls that the plateau of latent potential. Imagine ice sitting at 31 degrees, right? It looks like nothing's happening. But when it reaches 32 degrees, it suddenly melts. Progress works the same way. Your small efforts might feel invisible at first, but they're setting the stage for a breakthrough. Excuse me, guys. I'll get through this. So good stuff. I mean, like I said, if you haven't read this book, check it out. And I go back to it from time to time, and I actually bought his habit tracker. And you guys have seen me hold up my black notebooks. That's where I get those from James Clear. Okay. So I would ask you this: think about a goal you've been working on or avoiding because it feels too big. What's one small 1% action you could take today to move closer? Drop it in the comments. Who's got something? Something you've been working on that you could do 1% more of today and move a little bit closer. And then while you're thinking about it, visualize yourself 37 times better a year from now. What would that look like? How could it change your life or business? 37 times better. It blows my mind. Some action steps here for you guys. Choose one area of your life where you want to improve. One. Again, don't try to boil the ocean. Don't try to overhaul everything. Okay? Just focus on one thing. I always say Rome wasn't built in a day, and then I follow that up with, doesn't mean they didn't try, right? Bubba says gym and more reading. Yeah. I don't know, Bubba, can you read on the treadmill? I could never do that. Not walking, not running. Yeah, gym and more reading. Yeah, same for me. Guys, look at right to my left. Stack of books, I got them all. I've read them all, but I want to read them again. Just think about that. Start tiny. Shrink the habit down to something small that you can't fail at. For example, like Bubba said, you want to read more? Start with a page. Page, 2 pages. Add a page a day. Want to save more money? Set aside $1. Throw some money in a jar, whatever it is. Don't touch it. Want to improve your sales skills? Watch a training video. Do a sales role play. Many of the people on here have done a lot of that. Bubba does Audible for reading. That's great. Wendy says more reading, drink more water. Yeah. We were laughing the other day. We're like, we haven't had a drop of water in like 2 weeks, 2 weeks over here. I don't know why I've got a headache. Can't imagine, right? You get away from that stuff, guys, and you just don't. If it's not part of your routine, you get away from it. I do. I shouldn't say you do. But you can track it. Use a notebook, an app, a habit tracker. If you go to, I think it's jamesclear.com, Habit Tracker is in there. It's a great book. Log your daily wins. See that progress. Let it build momentum. Somebody laughed. I don't know who that was. Right? So, guys, we live in a society of like immediacy, right? You can have everything anytime you want it, except for things you have to work for, right? Remember, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Jason Greenleaf, good to see you. The small steps may not feel glamorous. They probably won't. And people might not even see them. That's okay too. But they're the foundation of success. Consistency beats intensity. Whether it's business, health, or relationships, the key is showing up daily and letting time do the work. Consistently. Guys, when I thought about doing this live thing every day, I said, well, I'll do it 5 days a week. And I'm like, what would be super consistent every single day? And that's what we're doing. So today's day 26, actually day 31, because I started 5 days early. Because why wait? I decided to do this 5 days before the end of the year and said, why wait? Yeah, Wendy said, I laugh because we haven't had a drop of water in 2 weeks. Just being honest, man. We tried. Oh, you had a whole Nalgene today. Well, aren't you good? Yeah, that's super. How many cups of coffee did you have? Oh, 27. Oh, man. Letting time do the work. Be consistent. Get a part of your morning routine, okay? Part of your morning routine. Switch over and see if anybody's on Instagram here. No. I'm a big hit over there. Oh, God. Yeah, the small steps might not feel glamorous, guys. Like I said, they're the foundation. They're what we build from. Again, remember, stacking the wins. Here's a great quote that I have here at the end. You should be far more concerned with your current trajectory than with your current results. That's James Clear. Far more concerned with your current trajectory than with your current results. In other words, where are you headed? Where are you headed? So starting today, commit to one small action that moves you 1% closer to your goal. Just 1%. Share it with the group. Post it in the Summit Facebook group. You guys that are part of our school communities, post it there. Hey, Danielle, how are you? Speaking of consistency, share that stuff with the group, guys. Let's hold each other accountable, right? For those of you that tuned in late, coffee number 3, 72 on the sleep score. It would have been lower, but God darn it, I put my foot down on that last episode. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We've been watching that Bridgerton. Damn. Yeah. Like, oh, wow. Okay. We're doing this. Yeah, there's a lot there. So, me lady. So, yeah, some of that stuff, I have a hard time even understanding what they're saying. So, anyway. Guys, I want to share this with you today. I'm going to be coming for the next several days with some lessons from this book. So you might as well get it over with and go out and buy it. He's another one of my unknown sponsors of my daily lives, where I promote his stuff for free. It's good stuff though, guys. And he does have a habit tracker. It's a great book. When people start, when you see somebody post and say, "Hey, what's a great book for personal development?" This one always pops up. Somebody always says Atomic Habits. Okay. I will say I started into that tracker and I put 27 items I was going to do every day. I did that for about 4 days and I crossed a big X through it. Said, F this. This is just pissing me off. So if you're going to start doing that, put down 2 or 3 things. Don't go ham like I did and then get mad about it because it doesn't work. You don't set yourself up for success that way. Been there, done that, tried it, bought the t-shirt, all that stuff. So anyway, guys, it's been fun. Yeah, Danielle, I love Bridgerton. Little shocker. Yeah. But yeah, Danielle bought a couple tickets to our event coming up on the 22nd. Sold a couple more yesterday. So guys, it's starting to go. And, I know nobody decides what they're doing in a few weeks until a few weeks before or even the week before. But help a brother out if you want something to eat at lunchtime, okay? We got to let them know on food. Richard Nordheim signed up yesterday. He's coming up from North Carolina. He's going to jump in the ocean with us. It sounds like that's going to be a real thing the day after. And we're working on, just want to see numbers, but working on putting something together for Friday night so everybody can network. So this thing is shaping up to, even though it's a one-day event, it's shaping up to networking on Friday night, the one-day event on Saturday, and hanging out on Sunday, maybe jump in the ocean and maybe go get some breakfast somewhere. So it's not just going to be 8 hours of hanging out at the Italian Heritage Center. Okay. So come on up wherever you're from. I say up because we're in Maine. Everybody comes up to Maine. It doesn't kill you. If you got to hop on a plane, do something outside your comfort zone this year. That's going to help you move the needle. Yeah. Heck yeah, Richard. Yeah, Richard. Nordheim's a good dude. He's a super good dude. The cat is no joke either. You ever see him? Like, he used to do a lot of running. See that dude in shorts, his quads are the size of my torso. So I wouldn't want to get in a wrestling match with him. So we'll have if nothing else, we'll have a good wrestling team up here on the weekend. So anyway, guys, come to the event. It's February 22nd. If you haven't heard me pounding on it, you're living under a rock. Steve Rosenberg's coming. Gary Chupik's coming. These dudes, they know how to get it done. They're going to pour into you, okay? And I know for a fact they're going to hang around after, shoot the shit, talk to you, be accessible. They'll both be in Friday. So I think they'll probably be available hanging out Friday night. So, yeah. What makes it makes you stronger? It makes you stronger if it doesn't kill you. Matt Moore says, up to camp. Yeah. We could go to camp. It'll be a tough turn. So anyway, guys, I hope you're into the coffee this morning. Little ambition, caffeine ambition. We're about to have some audio ambition here. I'm about to fire up the tunes around this place. And today is cleaning day here at the 007 Aqua. All right. The 07 Aquatic. And we're going to rip through this place because I want everything nipped, tucked, put away, signed, sealed, delivered when we roll back here tomorrow afternoon for recovery from hip surgery. So if you get a minute, send Wendy a little bit of love today. I know she's nervous, and it's a big deal when they go in and do something like that. And I know it always goes good, but we'll have our fingers crossed. Keep us in your prayers. And she's got a lot of courage. I'm awful proud of her for stepping up and doing this so that we can go do the things we like to do. And she's not just hobbling around in pain at the young age of 29. So anyway, guys, appreciate you. Love you all. Let me know what I can do for you. Always happy to book a strategy call. If you got something going on, drop me a note, shoot me a DM. Let me know how I can help. I appreciate you watching these lives. Share it out. If you know someone that needs it, like to hear it. If you're watching it on the rewind, Josh Baker, give me a fist pump. Let me know you're out there and you're watching. I appreciate you guys. Talk to you real soon. I'll keep you updated tomorrow. Take care.